Let's dive into the basics of Express validation. In this video, we'll explore how to validate user input in Express.js applications. Validation is critical for several reasons. Without proper validation, your application could be vulnerable to SQL injection attacks. It can also lead to cross-site scripting vulnerabilities, often abbreviated as XSS. You may also encounter data integrity issues and application crashes if you skip validation. So, taking validation seriously can help you avoid the risks. There are generally two types of validation you can use in your Express applications. The first is manual validation, where you write custom validation logic yourself. The second is library-based validation, where you use external libraries like express-validator to streamline the validation process. Here's an example of manual validation in Express. First, we define a route using app posts for handling user creation at the /users endpoint. Inside the route handler, we extract the name and email from the request body. Then we check if the name is missing or if its length is less than 2 characters. If either condition is true, we immediately return a 400 status code indicating a bad request with a JSON response containing an error message stating invalid name. Similarly, we validate the email to ensure it exists and includes a net symbol. If the email is invalid, we return a 400 status code with a JSON response indicating invalid email. Let's take a look at Express Validator. To install it, you can use the command npm install Express Validator. Express Validator provides built-in validation rules and offers easy error handling. It helps you simplify and streamline your validation process in Express applications. Here's an example of using Express Validator. First, we import body and validation result from the Express Validator module. Then we define a route using app posts for handling user creation at the /users endpoint. We use the body function to specify validation rules for the name and email fields. For the name field, we use the isLength method to ensure it has a minimum length of 2 characters. For the email field, we use the isEmail method to validate that it's a valid email address. Inside the route handler, we call validation result to check for any validation errors in the request. If there are errors, we return a 400 status code with a JSON response containing the validation errors. Here are some common validation rules provided by Express Validator. The isEmail function validates whether the input is in a valid email format. The isLength function checks the length of a string, ensuring it meets specified criteria. The isNumeric function validates whether the input is a numeric value. Lastly, the matches function allows you to perform pattern matching using regular expressions, providing flexible validation options. Here are some best practices to keep in mind when implementing validation. Always perform validation on the server side to ensure data integrity and security. Provide meaningful error messages to help users understand and correct their input. Sanitize input to prevent cross-site scripting attacks. Utilize middleware for reusable validation logic, promoting code maintainability and efficiency. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.